Hello and welcome to Maiku Player One. This is my brand new YouTube channel just for racing content, and I'm super excited. We're starting off with doing the Nations Cup in Gran Turismo 7, and this is the first round to the Grand Finals. I don't know what any of that means, but I know there's going to be drama, I know there's going to be chaos, and why don't we get started? So if you are unfamiliar with the Manufacturers Cup or the Nations Cup of Gran Turismo 7, it is an official, worldwide event. You have to be online at a specific time and a specific date. And, there are dangers on the track, like a pylon can just yeet yourself into the sky, causing certain death. On top of that, it is Spa-Francorchamps. It is in the wet. There's going to be heavy rain throughout the entire race, which means there will be a lot of spinning. There will be a lot of chaos. That said, why don't we go straight into the racing? First, we got qualifiers.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. We are learning this track on this new car while it's wet. And as you can see, I have zero control of this car at the moment.
And after 3 minutes of practice, I thought, why don't we just go wing it and see what happens?
6-minute qualifier, that's enough for 1 on lap and 2 race qualifying laps.
And we begin the first round with a Ferrari-style blunder.
Oh my god. It's a wet track. I'm in hards. Alright, gotta stick to the racing line. Oh, this is gonna be really tricky. Oh no, I'm off the racing line. I am now on the wets. I'm very slow. I'm on the wrong tires. Why did I not pit? I do not know. This is clearly a very Ferrari decision of me. P14. That was horrible. We're on intermediates now. It's a 15-lap race. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. I have zero experience in this in the wet, so we're probably screwed. Ram, P14. In the spirit of Checo Perez. I just hope that this doesn't start me. Oh, this is gonna start me here, isn't it? Oh my god.
Alright, so we're starting on the S's of Spa-Francorchamps in P14. The race has started. The leading pack has already started to get away, but now we're going down the main straight, and we're going to try to get as many positions as we possibly can from the position of P14 in the wets.
He's gone off. We've made 1 position. We're P13. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Yellow flag again. What's going on? Come on, get it in the turn, let's go. Fuck. Ah, fuck.
Alright guys, so I know that I'm a little rusty. I haven't played multiplayer in quite a while. However, I'm right now behind these 2 guys, and I'm figuring out how to get past them. And what I found was that this guy broke way too early.
Let's go.
And the other guy was invisible, and I hit both cars while I'm trying to race, which gives me a 4-second penalty, which is not great, and that effectively ends my race.
Next lap penalty. Fuck, man.
So here I know I overcooked this turn, brake way too late, overshoot the corner, which makes me vulnerable to an overtake, and this guy just hits me out of the track and I spin off, effectively killing any way of getting any more position. So for my first race in 2026, we end up in P11, which is not great. In fact, I don't even finish the final lap of the race before the game shuts it down. We're gonna have to try this again.
Well, gained 3 positions, but that is definitely not a good start to this race. I probably should have just gone into the full wets. I see the dry line on the track. What should I do? So many people that don't have points there. This is the first time they're racing today. Oh, this is going to be very, very brutal. With the information I have, I don't know if the weather is going to be safe. Surface water is 18%. That is, you can even say that's hard tire territory. Oh, what if I'm the guy that has the hard tire, intermediates while everyone has hards? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but we have a qualifier. Could be a hard situation. Oh, but that's what I said last time. Here we are, we qualified for P3. P3, which is same what I qualified for when I went go-karting the other day. We will see if I can maintain a podium position. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's move the heavy wets. Are those intermediates? Are those intermediates? Are those are wet tires, so we're all wet tire, unless they don't show any difference between the tires and the drivers. So the gamble is that I'm on heavy wets, and it's gonna rain later on, so I don't need to pit. I could just continue going where other people may need to pit. And that is the gamble today. That's the gamble strategy. This is the Ferrari level strategy. People might be going, oh my god, why did you do that? But at this current point, I don't know. But we're starting. Here we go. Whoa, he came out of nowhere. Alright. Yeah, you can take that spot. Why are you slowing down, motherfucker? You need to speed up, man. Okay, time to push. Oh, catch. All right, we're good. Okay, if they're on intermediate tires, they should be going a lot faster than I am. So what's gonna happen is I should be able to catch up later when it rains pretty heavily. Hopefully, my tires last that long.
Of course, the gamble doesn't matter if you end up spinning off the track like how I do in this particular moment. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Come on! Fucking. Fuck.
Damn it. So although I got some position back, that spin basically killed my race. On lap 15, I ended up with P8, which is better than P11, but not where we're targeting. So we're gonna have to try this one more time.
P8. So at least we finished the race this time. That's a positive.
Okay, so this is between attempt number 2 and attempt number 3. You see, I have a theory, and this revolves around steering wheels versus people that play with controllers. Right now, I'm using a controller because I don't have the space for a steering wheel. But the way how I use this controller, I've tilt the steer, which is like you go left and that'll go left. You turn right, it'll go right. The issue, so this is just like a steering wheel. It's perfectly fine. The issue is the triggers. See, if you push all the way down, that goes 100% acceleration, and you have to vary how much you push down on the accelerator when you're on a wet track. So if you're using a Formula One car on a wet track, if you push all the way down, that means that your wheels are going to just spin out. You're going to end up flying into a sand pit, or you fly into a wall. You end up losing the race. So I do think that if you are using a steering wheel on a wet track, like a track like Spa, in an F1 car or F1 car variant, then you are at a disadvantage if you're using a controller as opposed to a steering wheel. So what I'm trying to say is I need a steering wheel in order to be competitive in this tournament. Or this is an excuse for me to tell Venus that I need a steering wheel for this tournament that I'm doing, or all this future content we're making. Okay, that's it for me. We're going to go on to attempt number 3.
Just trying something new. I have my new DJI Mic Mini connected to my PlayStation 5. We'll see how this works.
So I don't know how this happened again, but I'm on hard tires again during qualifying session, and let's just say it just doesn't turn out well for me.
P8, damn it. God damn.
So after a Ferrari level blunder, again in qualifying, we finished attempt number 2 at P8. We are starting attempt number 3, the final attempt of the day, at P8. We're on the right tires, we're on the intermediate tires. We're going to end up on the main straight at the rolling start here. Everything is looking good. It's just up to me and what I've learned over the last 2 attempts to finish off in the highest position I can possible. So here we go, Nations Cup, let's go. And we make 4 positions on turn 1. Look at that. That is an amazing start. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it, but this guy in front of me also has a penalty. So things are looking good for this attempt. Here I go. Oh, he hits me. He hits me into the thing. I recover. I'm still in P4. I'm going to make this guy pay. Okay, now we're approaching the main back straight, and I know that guy has a penalty up ahead. He's a 3-second penalty, so I'm going to have to try to take advantage of this as we go. And now I'm back up to P4. I'm in this guy's slipstream that's up ahead. Can I take advantage of the slipstream as I get closer, closer, closer? And he takes the inside to go to defensive position, and we're getting into turn, I don't know what this is called, the Estes at the end of Spa-Francorchamps. Now we're back into the main straight. Here we go, lap number 2. Now I guess this might be just a rookie errors here, but I did make a little tiny love tap on that other car, which caused them to spin off the track, which is going to get me a 3-second penalty. I can tell you right off the bat. And as we going down Al Rouge, you might have noticed in my radar, I have 2 cars behind me just very closely following along. And here is my chance to try to make sure I can get away as much as possible before the penalty hits. So after the penalty, I take a 3-position hit. The penalty area on Spa-Francorchamps is much more than 3 seconds. You lose momentum, you have to speed up again. It is probably something more like a 10-second penalty on spot from the shop. So you don't want to be hitting other cars. It is going to ruin your race if you do that. Now, I don't know why I enjoy, but every time I see a yellow flag, that means someone has gone off up ahead. That means I'm going to gain another position without having to work for it, which is always something that makes me happy, but makes me sad when I give everybody else the yellow flag. So take a look at this. I am right now going back down the back straight. We're about to head down the back straight. This guy in front of me has a penalty. You know, sometimes in this game, the penalty means that someone's going to be a ghost. Other times, not so much. In this situation, I don't know. He's a ghost, and yet somehow he's also not a ghost. And somehow I hit him, causing me to not lose any positions, but I do maintain a P4, losing my momentum to catch up to P3. No, I honestly don't know why that happened. I'm gonna have to look at the replay, but maybe one of my back tires hit the grass. I don't know why I suddenly just spinned out there. So this is something that just happens in racing. By the end of this incident, I'll drop from P5 to P10, which means that we have a very long uphill climb to get back into the podium position, but it's still only lap number 4. So this is a lower league. There's a little bit of maybe rubbing, as you can say. As if you can see these two guys rubbing straight into the left wall there as I get the double overtake. Well, yeah, this is now, I went from P8 to P5 to P11, and now we're back down to P9. As you may have noticed, right now the rain is starting to pelt down. The water meter is slowly going up and up and up, and the car is losing more and more control as we continue on to this race. So watch and listen to the sounds of the rain and splashes as we go into the most dangerous parts of this track. Okay, so I'm having very serious trouble controlling the car here, and just ongoing on the street, suddenly the car decides to go spin out of control. I do not know why that happened, but we still managed to pirouette back onto the track immediately, which means that I'm still in contention against this guy in front of me. I think if this was a real F1 race, this would be red flagged. Not just from my crash, but I think everybody on the track is starting to crash here. As you will see very soon, someone in front of us is going to go spin off the track. There's a yellow flag. I gain a position up to P9, and this guy in front of me, the same thing is going to happen to him. He's going down on a straight, and he's going to just suddenly snap, and he's going to end up into the wall, which is going to give me P8. Here we go. He suddenly makes a snap onto the left, and now I'm back into my original position of P8. And we continue on for another 10 more laps. P1 has decided to pit. He no longer wants to sit on the intermediate tires. He's switching to heavy wets. Although I don't think that is the correct move. I think the intermediate tire is still the tire in this condition. So I'm looking around, I'm seeing the very, very, very dark cloud coming over the track. I'm thinking, maybe they have it right. Maybe they see that dark cloud and they think, oh God, heavier rain is coming. But I'm going to take the gamble. I'm going to go for the intermediate tires all the way to the end. I'm getting another position here. I'm up to P6, which is great. I love that. So there's one thing that you always learn about racing is that consistency is the #1 thing to make sure that you're a fast driver. And even though I'm 10 seconds ahead above P6, I spin out because I touched the grass, and that's going to cause me to lose my lead over the position behind me. This is a lot of time. I'm still trying to figure out how to get back onto track on the wet track. And as I continue to get going again, I am going to get overtaken by P6. And it's going to be up to me to figure out how to get my position back. Down to P7. Jesus. But that is okay because the chaos of rain will always give you some action. The two cars in front of me, I think they were fighting it and they both missed the corner. This guy tries to block my way, but I quickly do a slowdown and this guy spins off on track in front of me, giving me back my position of P5. Now here's the thing about Gran Turismo 7. It does not have DRS, but the slipstream in this game is a massive advantage. If you can get behind an opponent, you're going to gain so much speed, which is what happens here. Coldstone just drops into my slipstream, and there's nothing I can do to defend. It is a long straight, and there's, like, I could try to block him, but I figured there's no point. And I go and attempt to go into his slipstream in order to get that position back. But this battle is far from over. Here we go into the next turn, and I don't know if I lose it or not, but I'm trying to keep up with Coldstone. I know that Coldstone is a very fast driver, probably better than me in the wet. And, you know, this is it. That's it. That is where he gets away because I make a small error. And that is lap 15, final lap. We're cruising in. I'm about 2-3 seconds ahead of my opponent behind me. Coldstone is 5 seconds ahead of me. So that's where we're going to end up. P6, which is significantly better than P11 and P8 earlier from today. And that is what I'm going to call the race, this round of the World Series at. I just want to thank the boys at the factory for the amazing car, and we're going to get a better result in the next round. Until next time, I'll see you later.